All right, so we're standing under the carport right now. This little strip, this section coming through here, if we can go ahead and pull up that Liriope, let's add some Mahonia soft caress through this area. This side over here, nothing needs to change. We're just going to keep an Andina, everything through here. But let's go ahead and add some Mahonia soft caress spaced out throughout that section. Moving into the front yard, this side we're not doing anything to. This little strip over here, of course, we're going to keep this for them. All of these rocks that are bordering the front yard, these are rocks that they've collected from areas all over the country. I would have just seen them as rocks, but there is some sentimental value to them. So if we can just take those up and just set them to the side, they're going to do something with them. We're going to keep this gardenia. We're probably going to move this over to the back side. We have new azaleas coming in Liriope, so we can just build around that. A little piece of driftwood we want to hang on to. This one right here, nothing's marked. This is coming out right here. We're going to be salvaging this as well if possible. Coming through here, this rose bush, let's keep this in its place. It's happy right here. So whatever we have in the design that's currently there, we can move. We can create some spacing throughout there as well. The flagstone that they currently have down coming from the gutters here, we could just go ahead and keep that in place as well and just build our beds around it. This bed right here, so what we have decided to do is actually keep all of this edging all the way through here, this block that's in place. Let's not touch it. I went ahead and you can see where I flagged through the backside of this bed. Let's just keep that same curvature all the way around here to where we just connect the bed all the way through. I went ahead and told her there's no way we're going to match that brick that's there in the front. Let me move this flag over a little bit. What we'll do is we will just transition, give a hard bed line from our zoysia transitioning into the bed. So we'll just take pine straw from the start of that brick, come along this backside here. So this front side of the bed will not have any border. We're just going to transition from the grass right into our pine straw. So that means everything from there over, all of this is going to be coming out right here. That's going to be new sod all the way through. Plantings on the inside of this, we're going to keep this azalea in place. We're going to take out this. It's not marked. Anything unmarked is free to go. We're going to keep this azalea right here. This, God, I can't remember which holly this was, but we're going to go ahead and keep that. In this area, we're going to take a shot with all of the leaf coverage, the shade that we're going to get, and we're going to fill in this middle space with some autumn ferns and Mahonia soft caress. Little spacing like this is left over. That's where we're going to take our emerald goddess Liriope and just kind of fill some spots all the way through. Transitioning to this front side, trying to keep it in line so this doesn't get messy for you guys. So sorry if I'm throwing you off. This front section by the mailbox, this was originally just going to be kept grass. They said dogs just love to pee right here. So let's just create a little bedding area right through here. Do something like emerald goddess Liriope. That will be fine. In the design, originally what we had is this carport right here, this little parking pad. It was going to extend all the way to the sidewalk the way they have it and all the way back. They want to go ahead and shorten that. So where you see the orange flags, that's where we want to stop our bed, get a nice little curve on it on the outside, same on this side. So that way we're going to have our plant bed that ties all the way in through here, and you'll see the design where that plant bed's also going to carry right around here, have a little curvature through this area. And it'll probably stop right around here, so then we'll have the gap of grass. And then for this section, maybe just cut it out, another curvature that makes sense. We're going to make this a little plant bed area right here too. Not sure what plantings to go with. I think what we're going to do is just going to keep our emerald goddess Liriope that we're going to put next to the mailbox, transition that over here as well. And this is where we will have the chopstone border coming through. So you'll have the chopstone border going where those flags are all the way through here. It doesn't need to, well, just thinking we're going to connect this entire bed. So use your best judgment if we need to pull that over there, the chopstone, or if we just wrap it around this way and then just have a nice transition from the gravel into the pine straw that we use in the bedding over here. All this is good according to design. This section right here, this tree on the right side of the house, what we're going to do is the bed that we're going to currently have in place, she doesn't really want to have any ground cover right here. which sounds a little funky, but what we'll do is we'll just define our sod edge all the way across here, and we're actually going to get tight spacing of our emerald goddess through here. So it's just a really thick, dense area, and our ground cover is just going to be used by that liriope. So if we can get away from doing any pine straw or anything through there, let's do that. Front side right here, we do have, I believe she said it's gingers right here. If we can salvage those, let's try to do so. This camellia we're going to go ahead and keep in its place. These two azaleas we're going to keep in their place. We're going to remove this one right here. And that's pretty much it. So you're going to see a lot of areas through here where you do have green flags. Any transplantings, she is very, very aware that, you know, the chance of survival in transplants is never guaranteed, but she wants to at least give some of these a shot, a lot of this, that way we can have a nice mixture of mature landscape with new. I think especially for our case, you know, before and after pictures just definitely gives us that immediate pop. So I think it's something we can absolutely accommodate for her. She would like to get to the point where once demolition's done, all of your beds, everything is defined, you know our locations before plants go in the ground. If we could just put them out, get a good idea of spacing, just have her come out and take a look with you guys just to make sure any shifting or anything that needs to be done, that we can do so. They are very, very nice, very reasonable people. These are going to be great customers to work with. She's been awesome through this entire process. She's going to love to be involved, but not to the point which we've specified to where she's breathing down your necks. They are just so excited. They're ecstatic to have this done. We do have some options in the back. One thing to keep in mind as you go through this is they're interested in doing some upgrades as well. Things like lighting all the way through the front, all the way through the back, but it's hard for them to get an idea of the visual of what that's going to look like until the plants and everything are in place. So it was hard to pick light locations for them. So one thing that we can do is, if there's any way that you can just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as we're mapping this out, if there's an easy way, or you know, a designated area that we need to keep open for us to run any wire through, lighting wire, they are absolutely open to any of that as well. So just keep that in mind. You know, that's a great upsell opportunity for you guys as the foreman to come out here, or if you want to pass that along to me, I'm perfectly fine with that as well. Last thing that I will mention is this is something I'm going to get a price for now for her to have an idea. We don't know if we want to add this on or if this will be a project down the road. Obviously, it's important for me to get that for Natalie, so we'll have to figure that out. But this patio right here, it's currently filled with gravel. What we're talking about doing is lifting all of those flagstone pieces up, scraping all of that gravel out, putting the flagstone back down, and doing the poly sands. That way we get some nice hardened areas, just solidify those cracks all the way through, eliminate all the rocks that are going on top of the flagstone. So that's a possibility as well. So if you don't see that in the folder as a part of this job, that could be something that, again, another opportunity for you to push. I'll go ahead and price it out. So that way, if you build that connection with them and you're out here and you can get them to pull the trigger, give you the green light on that, we've got that as an option as well. So hopefully this covers everything. You guys let me know if you have any questions.